If you can describe it, it cannot be your true, pure self. Peace, my fellow expressions of consciousness, once again. What is time? The most consistent thought that prevails in the world is the thought I or I am, said and thought in many different languages, but has the same meaning. Whatever I am, I am. I exist. I am experiencing. I am I. Time is created when one seemingly jumps out of their seat of the eternal I amness and touches a second thought and grabs it and attaches to it. It doesn't matter what the second thought is. It's the touching of a second thought that creates the plurality idea which time can flower within. Of course, instantly upon believing you are having a second thought, that straight away denotes time must exist. You see? There was a thought before this thought. Time. But time did not exist when you was just being, just I amness. Just as a toddler or a baby has no idea of time, they're just being. Just as you are in deep sleep, you have no idea of time because you are just being, you're not attaching to any experiences of thought. Even less so than in a waking state. For in the deep sleep, you are only aware of yourself, which is devoid of any thought. Just the awareness that experience emerges within and shines within. The idea of time is what science, mainstream science and religions rely upon to stamp their apparent truths on the world. Without these beliefs of time in the world, mainstream science and religion could not hold any weight. Oh, the final hour is coming, religion would say. The light came from that star to Earth in a certain amount of time, science would say. But as we've just seen, time only exists in thought. Time is a thought. It's just a thought. It's just a single thought. Time, of course, exists within three main components. So-called past, so-called present, so-called future. Let's look at this. The past and the future Please look within your experience and see that the past, confirmed for yourself, and the future are always known to you in the present. If you think of the past, if you think of the future, if you read about the past, if you read about the future, you are doing it in the present. So the past and the future cannot exist without the present moment. Thus, the past and the future are totally just ideas. Thus, not tangible. If the past and the future are intangible, if they rely on the present moment to exist, then this must equally mean the present moment, the moment you are having right now, does not exist either. For the present moment to be the present, it would have to be in relation to something else, which would be past or future. So there isn't the past, there isn't the future, and there isn't even the present moment. This is why you can never grab now. Grab now and hold on to an experience. You can't. Because you're holding on to trying to hold on to an invisible, imperceivable object. You're just water going through a sieve, trying to hold the sieve. Impossible. For ideas are porous, they're not tangible. They come, they go, poof. There is only what is. Now there's nothing evil about time. It's only a thought that says time is enslaving you. There's nothing great about time. It will only be a thought that says time is great, is positive. It just is a thought. You can keep attaching to that thought and go insane if you wish to, but let it go and be where you are always, which is outside of any thought construct. What we are is that imperceivable experiencer that experience. Of course, whatever we are the experiencing that confirms an experience is happening. We experience the body, so we cannot be the body. We experience the breath, we cannot be the breath. We experience the world, we cannot be the world. Not essentially. We experience the idea of time. There cannot be any time. We cannot be in time. We can experience apparently getting older. But again, that experience is known to something else. That has to be changeless for it to say, yeah, you had black hair, now you have grey hair. Yeah, Michael Jackson had brown skin, now he has pale skin. Something must be changeless to observe change. This is simple understanding. You cannot do this and then tell somebody what happened directly in front of you to a T. So there is that stillness, so-called, behind our mind that is always untouched by experience, yet knows all experience, the all-knowing. That which is outside of time, so must be eternal. Because remember, time is an idea. Why do you think you hear of so many stories of ancient yogis, ancient people living for 500, 600, 1,000, 2,000 years? Because they were not living in any mental construct called time. So people just put numbers together and said, oh, it must be this amount of time because of this, because of that, because of that. All mental. Trying to put pieces together and creating a story. If nobody told you time exists, if nobody told you you have a birthday, before you know you could be 1,000 years old. Because a year, a second, is a creation of mind. So why not say a second means 5 years? The world could actually go along with that if it was propagated enough, hardcore, for a decade or less, taught in schools, in media, a new scientific finding or religious finding, and that would be it. 1 second would equal 5 years. There's a famous historical story, so to speak, in England about one of the kings pushing the calendar forward by about a week, I think, to suit his needs. I forget his exact needs, but to suit his needs. Calendars are just created by man. Why are there so many different calendars if time is exact? It's a thought depending on your upbringing, your culture, how your mind perceives the eternal nature that it exists within, that we call life. Time is neither evil, neither good. It just is what it is. Only if you keep attaching to the thought, to any thought. If you attach to any thought over and over again, you will go crazy. It's no different with time. Time is just a thought, an idea, as I've shown you. So if you keep attaching to it, then you will start feeling like it is enslaving you, as some people unfortunately say. It cannot enslave you. How can the intangible slave the tangible? Whatever you are is consistent. Because you observe the idea of time come and go. You are before time. Because remember, time is just an idea. I don't want to keep on going on saying the same thing. I hope you are hearing what I'm saying. If you like the video, please like the video. Have a wonderful day or evening. Peace.